Well, if we start with the negative side, I think the US was really a bit of a disappointment in that we had several technical problems in the launch of our products together with Gerber, and problems that we are now addressing and solving, but there were problems in transferring from our previous distributor, and there were some labeling problems and transportation problems, but now I think we are in the right track here. On the positive side, there were many things on the positive side, and I would like to mention one study which is, I think, will be very important for us in our marketing, and that's a prevention study on colic and regurgitation and constipation, where we showed significant differences, which means that in the future we can market our products to basically all babies instead of only babies suffering from colic. Then we also had, I think, an important step was the agreement we did with Ache in Brazil, as a very reputable company and pharmaceutical company, and we're preparing together with them the launch for this year, and we have very high hopes here that this will be an important market. We shouldn't forget also the agreement we did with Nestlé early in May, which is for a totally new category, and I'm sorry, but I can't tell you which one. But later on this year, in 2014, there will be a launch in this area. So I think that was basically probably the three most important events during 2013. Yeah, as I mentioned, there were a lot of technical problems that made Gerber wait with their main marketing campaign. So the penetration was much slower than we thought, and there were technical problems in terms of transportation, in terms of labeling, and other article numbers and things like that, and which are, of course, we can solve them, but it takes time. And now I think all of those have been addressed, and they are now starting to market our products in a much more resourceful way. And then with the fleet, that was also a disappointment, you could say, because then they bought a lot of product in 2012, but in 2000 they had overstocked their distribution channels. So in 2013 they didn't buy, well, very little, and now I think they have sort of caught up, and they're back to a more normal situation. So I think all in all for 2014 we will see improvements in the US. Yeah, that's right. The operating expenses increased by 6% in 2013, which is lower than we normally have. And the reason for that was basically that we had lower marketing costs, which doesn't mean that we did less marketing, but we did it in a different way. And also a slight decrease in research and development costs. So, but for the future, I don't see that we'll keep such a low increase. I think it's more likely that we'll be in the range of 10 to 12%, which is our sort of normal rate of increase. So this is, I would suggest, for the future. Well, there are a couple of reasons for doing this. One is that we want to keep the entrepreneurial sort of spirit in the company, and the smaller units, the better the entrepreneurial spirit, I think. And then secondly, we are focusing very much on the target groups, like babies or adults, and also very important, of course, new areas. And so this makes our focus better on our target groups. It's also easier for people working in this group to take decisions. They have budgets to do that, and they will be sort of closer to their activities, and then they can judge themselves what to do and not to do. So all in all, I think this will make us act more quicker and getting closer to our customers or consumers, and that I think is really important. Yeah, that's true. We had two studies published on the use of gastrus on Helicobacter pylori patients. That's patients suffering from stomach ulcers, and they are on PPI, proton pump inhibitor, and antibiotics. And if we use our product together with this medication, you have much less side effects, and you have a more efficient use of these medicines. So that's very positive data, and now we can start to market the gastrus products in much broader. We have already sold it to China and South Korea and Italy, but we can now go much broader. And of course, on colic, we have 3 studies already on colic, and I think it's well established that it works on treatment. Now we have another study which also shows prevention, and as I said before, this will open up totally a new possibility to market to basically all babies that are born. Last year we had focused on the BRIC countries, as you said, and Brazil. We did a contract in Brazil, and with ACHA, as I mentioned already. So, and that the launch will take place by the summer this year. And as I said also before, we're very positive that it's very positive. We have a very positive feeling towards ACHA and their capabilities. In Russia, we have now the rights to nominate another distributor, which we are now looking for, so that we can complement it with the present distributor. And in India, we are looking for a new distributor. We haven't found anybody yet, but we are evaluating several alternatives there. And in China, we have already delivered some products to our partner there, and they will launch during the first half of this year. So I think all in all, we are pretty well placed for our focus for last year. Now we're continuing, and the US is very important. Of course, the UK, the large markets like Germany are really important for us. And there we have the possibility, I think, to do much better.